I got 8 months clean and sober, by the way.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude. That's awesome, bro.
That is.
Get Artie a drink. Hold on.
Yeah, right. People ask me stupid questions like, what happened to your nose? I'm like, too much yoga. I stopped to smell the roses in life and they had cocaine on them.
You fell asleep in the downward dog position?
Is your nose all about the glass? Is that
Well,
what it was?
I snorted glass by mistake once. I was with this broad in St. Louis at this nice hotel, and we were snorting oxycodone, and you got to crack the oxycodone up, you know, and make it into fine powder to snort it. So I'm
Artie, for the record, you can't swallow the pill.
Yeah, I know, but that's bad for your liver. What are you? I'm a doctor. So she uses a salt shaker. She was one of those broads who could find in any town an $800 plate of strawberries and whipped cream. You know, she was a hooker. But so she's cracking up the oxys with a glass salt shaker. And the glass breaks, and she fucking could have worked at a refinery. She makes it real fine. She gets called to the front desk, and I come out, I see the lines, and I snorted them, and it was like a zipper went, and it just went right up my nose, and it started to bleed. And yeah, so I haven't
immediately started to bleed. Jesus.
Yeah, no, immediately, like it was like
the doors kicked in. You were like, yeah.
So you know, if kids are listening, don't do that. Yeah.
If kids are listening, just know Patrice is dead for eating too much. So just think about your priorities.
Me and Patrice were stuck once in the Comedy Cellar bathroom, and I said, we have to get coke and do enough to lose weight to fit out of here. So, you know, again, I survived another one. Like Dave says, I got a lot of lives. I feel good, though. It's good to be here with you guys. It really is.
Yeah, it was really nice to see you.
Do you see?
It was nice to see you come back.
You got to see
I saw the pictures, which was really nice.
Yeah.
It was nice to see you being a garbage man. That was fun for like a week.
Yeah, I had to work for like for 2 months at a garbage company, and you know, taking complaints and throwing garbage. And I worked for, it was all mafia guys, so it was easy. But I had to make some phone calls, and then I pumped gas for a while. I got Stern fans stopping just to call me a loser while I'm pumping gas. You know, Artie, big fan. Can I have a picture and fill it up with regular?
Do you see it like in yourself, like how much better you look and everything like that? I mean, obviously you feel better.
I said I couldn't have looked much fucking worse. I mean, I was near death. But yeah, you know, I look sort of human again. I got to get the nose fixed eventually.
What is it, like surgery you got to get?
Yeah, I got to get a rhinoplasty. But the thing is, with this drug court shit, it's like probation on steroids, dude. I can't do anything. You can't take a Benadryl. So I went from like doing a truckload of heroin and blow every week to not being able to have Robitussin. So if I get a surgery, I got to get a doctor's permit. It's all fucking dancing.
Yeah, and then even then with like the pain medication, like that's like a whole, yeah, it's a weird road to go down. It's kind of interesting.
Well, they say there's non-narcotic pain medication. What the fuck is that going to do?
Tea?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm going to have a chamomile tea. That'll put my foot to sleep.
That would be triggering for you, though. You would think that wouldn't be...
Triggers all over the place. I say triggers. But...
Real nice, Lewis.
Sorry. It's a new time.
Guy's trying to walk the line over here.
My
guy's trying to snort the line over here.
My probation officer said, Artie, stay away from triggers, and I misheard him. So I stayed away from Sherrod Small for like a month.
Trying to have a nice society here, and these goddamn triggers are all over the place.
But the N-word situation, by the way, is insane. Like, white kids say it now, a young white kid. I'm having lunch in rehab with all these brothers and shit, and this one kid is just saying, like, my, and I'm like, am I allowed to say that? You know,
no.
How do I'm not, right?
No, for sure.
I get the A, the ER thing.
Once there's salt and pepper in your hair, no.
But Puerto Rican kids say it, and they get away with it right in front of black people. And I'm like, how the fuck can he say it?
He's right here. His name is Lewis.
Yeah.
Who's enabling through that?
Well, you know.
Like longtime friends?
Anybody who likes money.
Sure.
Yeah, you know. Well, you know, I mean, dealers, you know, is fucking, you know, they'll do anything for cash. And I had a way to make cash. But, you know, I had once you get heroin in the game and dope sickness comes in, you're in withdrawals, it changes everything. You know, you got to fucking, it's like not having oxygen every 8 hours. You got to get it somehow. So I would land in a city. I'd have to go to the worst part of fucking St. Louis, Pittsburgh.
And you'd literally just try to find somebody.
I'd have to cop dope because I was afraid to take it on the plane.
Sure.
You know, with all this fucking 9/11 bullshit, they search everything. I'm like, that guy's got a bomb. I got some dope.
And you need a guy. And you need a guy who's gonna like sort of either not know who you are or keep crazy quiet.
Well, sometimes these motherfuckers would like. I did a lot of crazy shit. I went to a Klan meeting in Indiana.
Well, we've all done that.
It's like seeing Springsteen in Jersey.
You gotta go. You gotta go see him the homecoming show.
I needed.
Oh, you gotta see the Grand Wizard work the hometown show. Yeah, it's the same set, but he puts a little something on it.
He's got a T-shirt gun.
Yeah.
I needed.
Kentucky.
I needed dope. So this guy, I was doing Hammond, Indiana, some casino, and this guy with a shaved head goes, "I can get you dope. You come over to my place. We're all big fans." So I go to his place.
You have to kill a Jew.
And I'm looking around. I'm like, okay, done that. And I said, well, I'll come by, but how are we gonna work this out? He goes, well, come by and meet everybody, and we got some crystal meth with opiates in it, so it'll get you. They call it getting off E, getting off empty. So I'm like, all right. So I go there, and the guy goes, why don't you tell a few jokes in the backyard? I'm looking around. I'm like, I'm at a KKK meeting, and I'm like, what jokes do you tell at a KKK meeting? So.
Lewis's.
I get up and I did this joke because it's an old joke. I said it's great to be here. A priest and a rabbi are walking down the street. They see a 10-year-old boy. The priest says, "You want to fuck him?" The rabbi goes, "Out of what?"
They carried you up. They put you up on a chair.
And then I said, "Someday the Mexicans are going to outnumber the humans." And then they gave me the drugs. So I got involved with bad people. You lose your soul. You lose your soul.
But so you would go into like just fucking horrible neighborhoods, like you just
try to
land on a
you'd
plane.
ask the same way that I would ask for weed on a Friday night right now. You would just go be like, hey, do you know where I can cop some dope?
But everybody's afraid of dope because you get caught selling to someone. And I would tell all these dealers, I'm like, bro, Google me, man, because I'm gonna bring heat, but there's a lot of money involved. So they would make like a decision, like, all right, I'll take it, because I don't want these guys finding out later and then trying to kill me,
Right.
So I just got involved with a lot of crazy motherfuckers, gang guys and all this shit. And,
what's the crazy situation you find yourself in? Do you know what I mean? I just like, I know the weird places I've been for pussy. I couldn't imagine for heroin.
I tell a story in my act now. This is a true fucking story. So I'm in, this is the worst thing that ever happened to me. I was in Cleveland. That's it.
No! Why didn't you change earlier?
No, okay, I'm in Cleveland. I do a show at a theater, sold out show. This is like about 3 years ago. And I'm dope sick. So this kid says to me, this 21-year-old kid says to me, I got a dealer in Akron, Ohio. So I can set you up. I'm like, all right. So I get in the kid's car. He's like a 21-year-old kid. He has like a 82 Fiat. Google Fiat.
Tiny.
It took 4 hours to get to Akron. Rabbits were beating us on the highway. So I get to the dealer's house. And when you buy, anyone here do heroin? Pussies. So I get to the dealer's house, and the kid was a jet black skin black kid. He looked like Don Cheadle's taint.
That's dark.
All right. He had no idea who I was. He wasn't my demographic, put it that way. But when you buy heroin, on the bags of dope, there's names of like famous junkies sometimes. They'll put like Keith Richards on it. So the kid had two types of heroin: Bobby Brown and Artie Lange.
That was a type of heroin?
The type of heroin.
The same way Joe Rogan got his own weed strain, you got a heroin strain?
I had a brand of heroin. So the fucked up thing was, at the gig in Cleveland, on the marquee, my name was spelled wrong. On the heroin, it was spelled perfectly. Jamal remembered the E. So now I'm like freaking out. I'm going, my name is on fucking poison. Like I'm going, this is horrible. So the kid is like all impressed by it. He thought it was the coolest thing ever. He says to me, he goes, you've achieved so much, man. I'm like, what, bro? Like, what do you want me to fucking put it on my refrigerator? So he goes, it's Bobby Brown, who's a famous scumbag, and me. I guess I'm a famous scumbag. So the kid says, why don't we try to get free heroin because you're like a celebrity? I go, dude, what is the fucking game plan? The guy doesn't know who I am. I want to walk in there and go, hey, you know the name on the heroin? It's me.
That would have blown his fucking mind. You've been taking selfies all
first
day.
Of all, what are the fucking odds,
Yeah.
Okay, so the kid says, I'll do it, but I'm afraid of the kid, so you got to come in with me. So I'm like, all right. So I'm standing 2 feet from the kid, and the kid's trying to explain to the dealer. It's funny, he's going, the name on the heroin, that's the guy. And he's like, what are you talking about? He's all confused, the name on the heroin. And the dealer said one of the funniest things I've ever heard a human being say. He looks at me for like 2 seconds, looks back at the kid and goes, that ain't Bobby Brown.
Oh, shit.
Did you come back to life being pretty normal and every other way? You still have your apartment and your.
Got my apartment. Yeah, I didn't lose that. It was going though, man. I was running hard. I was buying kilos of cocaine every month.
Were you like running out
How
of
much
money?
money were you spending on cocaine and drugs?
Okay, well, at one point, my net worth about.
You get the kind of drugs you're supposed to cut open with a knife and test with your pinky?
You know, it's funny. I was in an after-hours club in like 1987 with Keith Richards showed up, and he put a mountain of brown powder and a mountain of a place called Save the Robots. It's not there anymore. It's down in the village. And he had a sword. He was cutting up lines with a sword, a pirate sword. And he goes, pharmaceutical grade cocaine for the bar, mate. So, you know, when you're famous, you get better shit because you spend the money. So at one point, my net worth was $14 million. Okay,
Wow.
about 10 years ago. I was breaking my ass on the road. I went through $12 million.
Damn.
$12
Man.
million. And for a while, gambling was my worst vice because gambling led to everything else.
So you're telling me that you have $2 million?
Yeah.
Yo,
We
I like
gotta
those.
go party,
Yo,
baby
Artie, I like those sneakers.
Fucking Puerto Ricans, man. I survived in jail because I've been going for a while, but I was scared. The thing that got me clean, like to answer your question, was I don't want to go. I'm not going to. I ain't beat for prison anymore, man. I'm not going to go to prison. I don't want. What am I going to fucking do? You know, I had to stop. But you know, we did the road a couple of times.
Sure.
And, you know, my nose is bleeding profusely on fucking stage in front of 1,000 people. It's hard.
Yeah, it was an awkward.
also
thing.
like-
It was an
it's-
awkward thing to be around at time, and I love the opportunity, and I obviously love working with you, man. You're fucking brilliant, and I'm not applause hunting here, but I mean, I think I'm a huge Stern fan, and still I think the best years of Stern ever were the ones you were on for sure.
Oh, thank you. Well, yeah.
But
Plus, also,
Thank God
honestly,
for-
while we're on it, we should give it up for the troops. Come on, everyone.
Come on, the troops.
no, but
No,
I mean,
well,
thank God for Sternthology because they still play all the stuff. You know, that you were there for.
Howard was very nice in the press, and I'm actually calling him next week. I hope to have dinner with him, but he was nice about everything. You know, he just didn't know. I hate the fact that he has some guilt, it seems, in these interviews about what happened, and nothing was his fault.
Not nothing. I mean, becoming a total queef over the last 5 years.
yeah,
that was kind
that's
of on
true.
him.
I mean, if
Well,
Howard,
no, we're not. Oh, no, I'm sorry. The best years are when you were on the show.
no.
Right.
Listen, I was doing shit on that show. I was a full-blown junkie on the biggest radio show ever. I was passing out, but I mean, I was funnier when I was passed out on that fucking show sometimes. I remember Kathy Griffin was on the show, and she was telling Howard that her father had just died, and she got nominated for an Emmy. So she's crying. She goes, I told my mom, Dad would have loved this. And you hear an audible snore from her. She goes, I said, Mom, I want to tell Dad in heaven that I'm going to get nominated for an Emmy.
Well, I mean, in your defense, it's a pretty fucking boring story. So, yeah. That could put anyone out.
I was on methadone for a while. I would go to this methadone clinic. I would take, give it to you in orange juice. You take a shot of it.
Oh, dude. By the way, literally, that's how I found out my mom was a heroin addict.
Oh, yeah.
A lot
Because
of orange juice.
she,
I love stories that start out like that.
yeah. But that was it. My mom had these little orange bottles that she would every night.
Right.
She told me it was her back medication.
Right. Well, it was.
Yeah, honestly, her back felt great. But yeah, she would take it.
My back medication. It's preemptive, though.
She would go lie down in bed and smoke cigarettes and just pass out with cigarettes in her bed. And fucking, there was cigarette burn holes all over my mom's
That's how
bed.
a lot of junkies die. They light themselves on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a way to go.
Yeah. So I was taking methadone, and I threw up on the air once from the methadone. Like Howard was talking again. The timing couldn't have been any better. Howard was talking to Rosie O'Donnell, and she told him, like, I'm nauseous. I feel like I'm gonna puke, and my microphone is always on. So Rosie O'Donnell tells Howard, I just took a spin class. And I was in a one-piece bathing suit. And you hear me go, bleh. Again, when you're dope sick, there's nothing. Like, listen, man, I always had money to buy drugs when I got really into heroin. So I never had to do anything fucked up for drugs. But, when you're dope sick, like people say, did you ever suck for drugs? I'm like, no one's ever asked.
No, but I was going to say, does it make you understand that people would? Well, do you make you understand why a straight guy would?
Well, if you didn't have money, like, let me ask you a question. This related
I
to
don't
that.
know. I don't know.
Is that how bad the pain is?
When you first did drugs, were you already making money when you first got into drugs?
The first time I got high was 1979.
Do you remember what it was
Jimmy
like?
Carter was president. I was 11 years old. A kid handed me a joint, and I smoked it, and I fucking loved it. First time I did coke, I was 15. So no, I got involved with a lot of bad shit. I grew up in North Jersey around a lot of Italians. Do the math. I got involved with like a car theft ring for a little while.
It's a weird thing because I think in North Jersey and like
You're always involved.
suburbs of like New York City, where it's like it's just easy access to like drugs. In the Bronx, there's like major drug rings, and it's like you just go out an hour, everyone's really bored,
Absolutely.
nothing to do. Every kid, it's so funny because I raised my son in New York, but I grew up in the suburbs. And the kids in the suburbs were experimenting with drugs so much more at a young age than kids in the city.
I thought, and when I grew up in Philly,
They got money.
when I grew up in Philly, there was a couple kids. I mean, definitely people smoking cigarettes, and like a couple kids would go to the woods and smoke pot, kind of thing. And when I moved to South Jersey, everybody from Philly who got a couple bucks moved to developments in South Jersey.
Right,
That's
right.
what my mom and stepfather
The
did.
suburbs of Philly are
That's what my mom
littered with fucking dope.
That's what my mom and stepfather did. And I'm telling you, that school I transferred to for 1 year, 2 overdoses. My brother ended up getting involved in heroin pretty deep for a while.
it's
Like
hard.
it's a world where I'm like, this wasn't even brought to my world
Yeah,
in Philly.
yeah.
In Philly,
Well,
in West Philadelphia, it was all weed and like.
In the 80s, a line of cocaine at a party was like having a glass of fucking wine. You know, you went there, chicks did it, everybody did it, and heroin wasn't around. It was just something the Rolling Stones did. But then
Seeing it still freaks me out.
Well-
If I see like powder or drugs like that, I always get a little like, oh, it's all right.
funny.
It's just got real in here.
here's how much of a drug addict I was. I went to do stand-up for the troops in Afghanistan. I did a USO tour. Okay, so we get under mortar attack. After a show, we're under fucking mortar attack. So they take us. It was like a goddamn movie. We do a set, and we stop, and we're in a Hummer going to sign autographs for the troops. This is in Kandahar, and it says incoming. You know, and we're in a bunker with these fucking these Marines with AKs on their back playing poker. Like everything will be fine. Don't worry about it. So afterwards, the next morning, it made it to the paper somehow. It's a big picture of me and Baba Booey in the Daily News. Stern almost loses 2 of his whatever the fuck to a mortar attack. So we're worried our family is going to be worried about us. So Florentine found the phone we could call Jersey. So I call my mom. Florentine calls his girlfriend. I'm fine. I hear a tell going, yeah, I can do next Thursday. And I go, are you talking to SD calling your avails? Because yeah, nobody gives a fuck about me. That's a dedicated comedian.
Yeah,
but I'm in Kabul, which is the start of the heroin trail. I'm on stage and I'm going, holy shit, there's all this fucking fresh heroin over that mountain. I'm doing my act, and that's all I'm thinking about is getting high.
So you want to go find like a guy with a camel and be
Well,
like,
yeah.
take me to the bad neighborhood of Kabul.
Well, think about it.
Be like, you're here. It's Kabul.
It's heroin that hasn't been smuggled into the country. I'm like, the heroin I do over here has been smuggled in. Some broad swallows it and shits it out at gunpoint at Best Western.
Cut. Like this is some disco shit. This is the pure uncut.
This has never been shit out by a scared Colombian girl.
Yeah.
Between Mad TV and doing like that was.
The booze, yeah.
How long between that before? Because I remember early Stern, there was the famous Howard TV clip they always had of you just being hammered in Vegas.
Yeah.
Which was hilarious.
Beetlejuice, after that, Beetlejuice called me and told me I was a mess.
Well, that's the sign. That's got to be the first
He goes,
sign.
Artie, it's beat. You a mess. When the crackhead, toothless, black says you're a mess, you get help.
You're supposed to.
Yeah.
What up? But I was saying,
that was liquor and coke and ecstasy.
really. So where did you go? What was your longest time of like no drugs? Let's say booze, but no drugs.
I mean, from the time I was a
Mad TV till
You just look at your watch now.
8 months ago.
Probably like 6 months I had clean. In my late 20s.
That was it.
In my late 20s.
So this is the
right
longest
now,
you've ever been
you're
clean.
on the longest clean.
Since I'm fucking 15 years old.
Wow.
You were able.
That's insane.
Wow, man.
Look at Dan Soder thinking the applause is for
So
him.
you were able. Oh hell yeah, Dan Soder.
Here to pull him off the wagon. We're going together.
By the
Dan
guy-
So.
by-
That's
it's
Dan
very-
Soba. Dan Soba.
Dan Soder joins the show.
Danny Soder.
Dude, that's I walked in here and that's fucking crazy. This is the longest?
This is the longest.
Yeah,
8 months,
I told
Wow, I
Artie-
wouldn't have told because there was. I mean, you had like years of stuff.
I did a lot of lying.
I was. No.
You get real
Yeah,
good at lying on
obviously.
drugs.
But I'm saying more like you weren't able to. Your hiding was probably much more coke and partying and booze. Once it became heroin, like it was
right.
so evident on the show.
Heroin it changes the game because, like I said, the dope sickness. You get when the withdrawals are coming, it's like a tsunami of shit coming at you. My life became. I went to L.A. County for a few months in the '90s because of coke. Here's how bad the coke got in L.A. I was making $10,000 a week doing Mad TV. All right, I'm 27 years old, so I had this dealer. You know, it's the pig story where I'm doing coke in a pig.
Absolutely, with the nose.
Same, right, the same dealer. It's funny, now I have a pig nose. It's fucking ironic. Okay, this dealer was this black kid, this Rasta kid, who was like Harvey Keitel in Pulp Fiction. He was the coolest human being I ever met in my life.
Yeah.
He was always in a tuxedo, no matter what time of the day it was.
Yeah.
Always at a party, like Tuesday at 9 in the morning. You know? So we did, I was spending a lot of money with the guy. So we used to go buy sometimes half a key of cocaine at this place in Chatsworth. I told this story on the air, but not with a lot of detail. So from these porn stars, the porn stars always had coke. So we drive there in this guy's metallic blue Corvette, and he would tell me, wait in the living room while I go get the shit. So I'm waiting there. He's in the back getting the coke, and it would take like a half an hour. I'm looking around, and everybody's fucking. It's a porn party. I'm at like a fucking orgy. So this chick who looked like a young Carmen Electra is on the couch, all fours. And she goes, come here.
Is this the? I'm not gonna spoil
So
the
it's what the guy came on my chest.
But I was saying, is this the? This is the confession.
Wait.
The
Hold on,
revelation.
is
was
this just during a weekday?
No, this was the Sirius XM revelation.
Right,
When
right,
they went to
right.
Sirius XM, they all did a revelation about
Exactly,
themselves.
right.
on this
Well,
show.
I'm still wondering where to place this party. Is it happening at 2 p.m. on a Tuesday?
I picture it's like a nighttime pool,
This
like
was
view,
Saturday night.
view of the city.
It was like Boogie Night, something
Yeah.
like
Okay.
Boogie Night. All right, so Saturday night probably, I don't know. So I'm waiting for him. So the chick calls me over. I got a leather jacket on, and she's on all fours in the middle of a party. People are talking about politics and shit. And she unzips my fly. She starts me. She's blowing me in front of her. And I'm
What
like,
was the pull out ratio? Was it like she searched and pulled it out?
well,
There was
listen,
a-
no, it was like doing a
Or did she
crossword
like?
puzzle.
Yeah. She like figure it out, or was she just like a pro and just?
Well,
pulled
I'm
it
not.
out?
She was a pro, but I'm not into this shit, So
It's also
like,
public. So in that case, my would likely get smaller. I
Well,
wouldn't get turned on.
Here's what happened. She was so hot, and I'm like starting to get into it, and I was on ecstasy, which helps. So she's all right. A guy who looks like the wrestler The Rock comes over. I guess a porn star. Pulls out his. Now he starts her from the back while she's me. Now I'm in an unsanctioned threesome.
Yeah. Did he,
he have a-
did he even
did he
give
have-
you?
by the
Did
way-
he give you an elevator nod at all?
I was
Like-
gonna say, does he have a big? Because that's
All right.
gonna affect how she's. You.
I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, because it turns from a pleasurable to like.
Yeah, she's going like and you're like, stop doing that on my dick.
Hold on, I think someone's at the door.
When they circumcise this guy, they yell timber.
Yeah, they turn it. It's actually in a seafood restaurant as a shark jaw.
It looked like he was.
the wall.
It looked like he was fucking her with a thermos.
Yeah. She just went, hold on real quick. God damn it, Dwayne.
Again.
So now I'm not into that shit. Whatever the fuck. I don't want another guy naked next to me, but he's fucking her, and now I'm looking at him. He's 2 feet from me. We're having sex with this chick, and I'm going like, you like football? What are you talking about?
You go fucking traffic, huh? You go,
So like right out of a fucking movie, I'm fully clothed. They're both naked. He pulls his out of her, and he starts jerking off on her back like a professional, like you see in a porn. He's jerking off like this. Now he flicks his, and a piece of his starts coming at me. It looked like a fucking tidal wave of shit coming at me. Like, all right. It was happening in slow motion. I'm like, holy fucking shit. That's going to hit me in the face. I'm going to come on.
Yeah.
So it comes out. If I had Jay Leno's chin, it would have hit me in the chin.
Hey, fellas, a great
thank God.
threesome.
Thank God for your strong Central Jersey jaw.
Listen to this.
Thank
So
God you don't have that gross Massachusetts jaw.
the jizz just misses me. And it hits me on the in my fucking, on
Leather
my
jacket.
jacket. All right. I felt like Jackie Onassis.
You took some shrapnel.
His head is in my hands.
Back to the left and fucking right on my goddamn jacket.
There was a second jizzer.
A guy was jerking off from a grassy knoll.
Yeah.
Guys like losing it up on the balcony.
There was
watching.
another
He's like,
jizz.
"Yeah, fuck. Oh, God.
Well, then why did two people on the hill say they saw another jerk?
I love MMF.
Well, then why? Then why did they say that?
I love MMF fully clothed.
It was like P. Harvey Oswald.
Yeah.
So, okay. It hits me on the jacket. Now I start to freak out. I pull my cock out of her. I go, holy fucking shit. I got to get the fuck out of here. Like, I'm freaking out. She's like, oh, calm down. Be cool. I'm like, be cool?
Yeah.
I'm an Italian kid from North Jersey. I just got, come on. I go in the bathroom. I take the leather jacket off. I put it outside. I start boiling my face. Like, I'm boiling everything. I go outside. The black kid, who, a little homophobic, I guess, sees me. He goes, what's the matter with you? I go, nothing. I'll tell you in the car, nothing. So we get in the guy's Corvette. The kid always had a loaded Glock, always had a loaded gun, like right here. I go, dude, a guy just on me.
Dude, how do you
You want me to
settle
get
that
my
car?
shit?
So now the window of the Corvette is open. People are milling about. He starts screaming, a motherfucker came on you? And I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up. He pulls his gun. I goes, point that motherfucker out. Nobody comes on my boy. And I'm like, dude, let's just fucking forget about it. He goes, no, point that motherfucker out. I'm like, dude, I was spending 10 grand a week with the guy, so I was like important to him.
Yeah.
A motherfucker came on you. I go, let's just go. With therapy, I'll get through it, you know?
Yeah, dude.
How comfortable did you become in the presence of guns, I guess, being that deep in the shit? Because if someone was right now like, oh, yeah, no, I have a gun in the car, all I would think about the rest of the trip.
I had a gun. I bought a 357. I was so scared. I was so paranoid when I was doing coke, and I shot meth a couple of times. And because there's no
God.
coke around, I was doing it in between my toes because I'm like, I'm going to be on the Tonight Show. I can't have track one.
You did it in the place
doing
where
it
people
like-
do it when they can't do it in their arms anymore?
It's like Jay Leno's going to go, yeah, so Artie, you got track marks. How's that going?
Yeah.
You did
Hey,
like
what's those marks in your neck? Is that where you're booting up black tar?
Hey, so Artie, you been trying the new heroin? What do you got?
You know, they call it Artie Lange. That's the thing.
I heard there's some decent China white going around.
Kevin, you tried the Artie Lange fan before. When there was
So
When you were shooting it into your toes, were you?
I wasn't. A hooker did it. I wouldn't even know how to do it.
Yeah, you don't shoot at your toes yourself, you fucking. Damn,
right.
Dan. Don't come on the show with bonfire energy, dude.
Dude, I just
Hookers
was
shoot it
wondering- I
between
was
your
wondering if
toes,
you-
bro.
I was wondering if you breathe awkward, like when you're clipping your nails. If you shoot drugs.
First of all,
or if in the middle of it, like if your foot starts to like get that weird cramp, you're like, oh,
First of all, how the fuck do-
Charlie Horson.
I gotta walk.
how the fuck do junkies find a vein under a bridge? You know,
So
I mean,
good.
there's fucking nurses who can't find your vein.
Yeah.
They find the
I'll tell you
veins.
what, Wawa, one of my big sells on Wawa was that they started putting blue lights
This is Jay's heroin.
in their bathrooms. Yeah, this is what they do stuff from eating sandwiches.
Lady Wawa.
They started putting blue lights, they said, in the bathroom so you can't find veins to shoot heroin.
Yeah.
And then I went
that's
into
terrible.
And then I went into a Wawa. It's not true. You can shoot heroin there all day if you want.
Oh no!
I could have plugged up, dude. I could have black tarred all night when I was there.
It depends on where it is. Well, black tar you could smoke, but I
Oh, thank God. Oh,
Dude, I love that.
I didn't put it in my
By the way,
freezer.
I would feel like smoking heroin isn't even really doing heroin. I would smoke heroin right now. That's
no,
not
it's
heroin.
it's a better high. It's
Is
a
that
better
weird?
high.
But I thought that was the idea of putting cocaine and weed too. It's like when you're burning it, you're actually not.
No, that's a
doing
waste.
it all.
People that do that like sprinkle coke in their blunt, it just makes the
It just
blunt.
burns weed.
It burns.
It just burns coke. I mean,
It burns unevenly. It doesn't.
well,
fucking
you
do
get like a
anything.
speedball effect. A little
is
bit,
there though?
yeah.
If you smoke,
I put coke on weed.
Well, I guess
I
smoke-
never
I-
liked weed. I was never a big weed guy.
they always call it freebasing when
Nothing free about that.
Richard Pryor, Richard Pryor set himself on fire. But isn't it just crack? Isn't freebasing crack? Isn't
Turns
it
out
called
he-
crack?
Crack economized it.
Turns out he just set himself on fire because he found out his son was gay.
Fucking Paul Mooney's fucking him, huh? How about that? How crazy is that?
What a great pre-martini drink. Turns out he's lit himself on fire because his son's gay. Man.
Too bad Paul
Indeed.
Mooney was nuts deep in that sumbitch.
I got suspended. You know.
Do you have like through all those times? I mean, you probably got some like crazy fun stories mixed in with all the fucking shit. I mean, obviously, you wish it would have come to a head earlier.
Well, it's not fun at the time.
So you
but
can get
it's
up.
all-
I'm
yeah.
saying, but at the time, I mean, even just like fucking wacky, like fuck stories to just adventures of weird things to fucking get this.
Well,
it's such a. You're really dipping your toe in a seedy world. Like you're
how
not
would Roe
you're
say
not
how-
a seedy guy. You're just in a seedy world. When I used to drive strippers and escorts to bachelor parties.
Shit happens.
Very quickly in that world, though, I noticed very quickly. I'm like, oh, this isn't my world particularly.
Right.
I'm just tipping my fucking toe in it and doing this fucking weird job. That's like I never felt like locked into the world of like strippers and.
Well, I was addicted
That
to
kinda
chaos more than anything. I just didn't want to have a regular life. So, you know, I probably would have got involved with some sort of like they talked to a lot of bank robbers.
You had a longtime girlfriend for a while.
I 3 fiancés left me because of drugs. The drugs saved me fucking money.
Yeah, no shit. Well, I remember
The divorces would have been way more expensive than the fucking drug.
your most famous one was Dana. You were with for a long time.
Then
And being sober only 6 months, that means with her you were on a lot of drugs.
The stuff with Dana, I'll give you the craziest Dana story. So, because I was also a bad gambler, 2003 World Series. I had been on Howard for a couple of years, and my celebrity was rising a little bit. We're at the game. I had a $30,000 bet on the Yankees. They were playing the Marlins, game 2. We're 5 rows behind third.
On one baseball game.
That was a good Marlins team, too.
30 grand. So I lost. I lost the fucking, so I'm so pissed off. We're in the South Bronx at 2 in the morning. I have a fucking 500 SL Mercedes I'm driving at the time. And I'm pissed off because I lost $30,000. So I say to Dana, I forget where we are. I go, you got to go get me cigarettes. So we're in the South Bronx. She goes, I'm not fucking getting you cigarettes. I go, get me cigarettes. Nothing's going to happen to you. So she goes, no, we get into a fight. She gets out of the car and she starts walking through the Bronx at 2 in the morning.
Like, I'm out of here.
I'm leaving.
That's way more dangerous than getting you cigarettes.
Exactly. Yeah. So she starts walking. I stop the car. This happened 3 times. I put her in the fucking seat and I go, we're going home. She would get out of the seat while I was going around together and she kept walking. So finally she sees these 5 Puerto Rican kids on the corner. She goes, this guy's trying to kidnap me. So the kid comes up to me, what's your problem, bro?
He starts calling you brother.
Well, then the one kid...
I like your style.
The one kid fucking recognizes me from the Stern Show. He goes, yo, man, you're on Howard, man. What the fuck's up with your girl? Blah, blah, blah. While I'm arguing with them, she disappears. She disappears into the night. I can't find her. She walked over to George Washington Bridge. And I'm driving real slow. I couldn't fucking find her. So I get over the bridge. I go home. And now I'm like, what the fuck? What if she's dead? Her sister calls me and goes, Dana just called me. She wants to fight. I go, what are you talking about? She goes, she's mad at you. I just picked her up in Palisades. She comes over to my apartment. Now, if you've been in my apartment in Hoboken, I got a balcony that's fucking 15 stories down, all right? We have this enormous fucking fight. She goes over on the ledge of the balcony, and she's leaning back like this. Fucking crazy. She goes, I'm going to fucking fall. You're going to get arrested for killing me. I'm going to go. So now I go, I was on cocaine so I could focus. I go, Dana? It was like trying to catch a coyote. I go, stay very fucking still. So I go up to her. I grab her. As I grab her, she lets go with
Oh, my God.
Let's go with a railing.
She was on the other side of it?
She was out. There was nothing but her and the fucking ground.
She was on the outside of it.
She was on the outside, leaning back.
Oh, shit.
And
She sounds like a cool chick.
Dude, no joke, Dave. The entire time the story's going on, I go, the sex just must be out of it.
All I remember from Howard TV was she was hot.
She was hot as hell.
When you got to trap her,
I think she was like, that was the whole thing, right? She was like she was a fuck exclusively like muscular fireman.
No, she was fucking. She was beautiful. She was beautiful. And but like how sometimes you cross a line with a chick, I want to marry this girl, and then she does something like, you're fucking crazy. You're crazier than me. And then she takes a swing at me. She hits my TV, and her fucking wrist starts to bleed. And then we had makeup sex. It was the greatest sex.
Wait, so when she let go, you grabbed her.
She let go, and I felt her let go. And I'm like, holy fuck! And I grabbed her, and I pulled her over. And that turned into
And then she went and punched your TV?
She went to punch me. I ducked, and she hit a fucking...
Isn't it funny something after that she decided to change positions fucking like 15 minutes after? Going like, I'm letting go. If he doesn't catch... If you couldn't have the strength to catch her,
she said
it's over.
She said to me, she goes, I'm going to die. You're going to get arrested for killing me. I'm like, who the fuck is that going to help? Like,
wow, that puts her in a lot more... She's really portrayed in a much more noble light on the show, on the Rand Stern show, and historically.
This story's in my last book.
That's pretty fucking bananas.
This story's in my last book. So I'm dating this girl in between Dana and Adrian. I was dating this girl, but we were definitely like committed to each other. And
redhead.
Yeah, she was sort of redhead. So okay, we're at a strip club in Vegas. I'm out there with the show, and it was like with Howard, like with the Rolling Stones. So she was out with Howard's girlfriend, Beth at the time. Comes back as I'm getting up. She sees a chick start to know me.
Oh,
okay,
in a
and
club.
She's drunk off her ass. She was never drunk at a strip club. So she goes to hit me. I duck. She punches the stripper in the face.
Wait, is your penis still? Oh,
like pro wrestling in the 80s that you dunked?
As the chick is starting to suck
she
my dick.
comes off of to go, what's up?
So now I grab her. We leave. We go home. We pass out. So I wake up the next morning in this huge suite in Vegas. And now she wakes up, and I'm like, I gotta fucking deal with this now. What am I gonna fucking do? Like, we're in this committed relationship. She starts to like wipe her eyes, and she goes, "What happened last night?" I'm like, she doesn't remember what the fuck happened. So I could tell her any story. So I total.
Babe, we had the most romantic evening.
I went to total scumbag.
I
mode.
was a great guy and you tried to fuck somebody else.
You're the problem. I wrote you poems. You tried to kiss a boy.
I
said
wrote
to
you my
her-
first poem ever and you fucked a guy.
I said to her, well, you embarrassed the both of us last night.
Brilliant. Fucking
I made her
brilliant.
apologize to the stripper.
That's so funny.
Wow. Wait, you brought her back to the stripper
I
who
said
sucked your.
you owe Raven an apology.
Raven.
And then I wrote it. Then I got it was a bad breakup. I wrote about it in my third book. She reads the book 10 years later and calls me up. You motherfucker! I put it in the book.
That's so fucking funny.
Dude, how about fucking Artie Lange, everybody? Back. Dude, you look fantastic.
One of the fucking happiest I've ever been checking Instagram is seeing Artie's
Yeah,
picture
dude.
looking fucking
By the
great.
way, Instagram is what we used to call a fast coke dealer.
Dude, I'm proud of you, and I can't tell you as a fan. I said a fan before a friend, dude. You're one of the funniest, quickest-witted motherfuckers in the game.
Thank you.
And to have you back, 100%. Personally, to me, means the world to me, dude, because I think you're a person who's made for this and supposed to do this, and you're fucking amazing, dude. So
Like, can I also add to that?
Sure.
Like for me personally, not for anybody else here.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You're a god amongst men.
Lewis, I'm going to stop you.
Can
there.
I say
'Cause for
something?
me- hold on. For me personally, and this is me personally.
not anybody else here.
I wish you were
none
my
of you
biological.
fucking
Hold on,
guys
hold
are
on.
Stern fans.
Me
Go ahead,
personally,
do your
I
little
wish you were my
jokes.
biological father.
I might
Go ahead,
be.
Dave. You got something, Dave?
All right. Well, just for me personally, and even more so than you three, I just want to say, Artie, you only got like 3-4 more fuck ups in you,
Nah,
man.
you're right,
so just also,
Buddy.
I never thought you were that good on Stern.
I think you are a legend on Stern. Some of the fucking most entertainment I've ever felt in my life.
Also, for me personally, I'm gonna add, point of privilege here. Point
of privilege?
Point of privilege. I would like to say that I haven't been able to look at comedy the same since I've had a conversation with you. And honestly, if you want to fuck my
Fuck
son,
you, dude.
if you want to,
Artie Lange.
no, if you want to.
You're giving Artie the easy pass
Artie
to James.
my
Gave
son.
me the you motherfucker. Artie gave me the fucking opportunity.
Oh, you're not gonna let him fuck your daughter?
He can fuck my daughter if he wants. She said.
All right,
Wait,
point
1
of
year.
personal privilege. I'm sorry. Artie, I just want to say you were replaced by Dave Landau, and it was a seamless transition. So
It didn't affect ratings at all.
Some would say the show's more consistent.
Artie, you
Who's
are
Dave Landau?
no one. You are absolutely one of the funniest motherfuckers in the world, man. And the fact that you're back and you're 100%. dude,
Artie
is huge.
Lange.
Thank you, guys.